Hey guys, here with a Kefla Surge deck profile. If you follow my deck diary series, you'll know I've been excited about Kefla for a little bit since the Saiyan Showdown dropped because there's new cards in this set that helps her out. I built her a few weeks ago, did well at locals with it, and because I'm dumb, I thought I'll play it at nationals. So what I'm going to show you today is the build I took to nationals. With that in mind, there are a few cards in here that I wouldn't put in for just a regular casual build. I'll point them out as we come across them. Now, one thing to note, I'm recording this just before Mythic Booster drops, so I don't have the new art for her yet. Very disappointing, because the new art is awesome. Alright, let's get into it. If you need a refresher on what the leader does, she, once per turn, activate main, choose one blue or yellow Universe 6 card with an energy cost of 2 or less from your hand and play it, so you play it for free. This can, if you do it right, make up for the fact that she has no draw power. And then Awaken Surge, 1 blue, 1 yellow underneath her to draw 4 and flip. And then her abilities require you to be at 4 or less life. So one of them is to draw 1 card, then choose one of your opponent's battle cards and place it at the bottom of the owner's deck. And the other one is at the beginning of your opponent's main phase, choose up to 3 multicolor cards in your drop area and add them to your hand. Note that it doesn't specify anything except that they're multicolor cards, so they could be a secret rare, a super combo, a red-blue card, a blue-green card, whatever, just multicolor. So first up is Hit Unison, which is the card that enables Kefla to be playable because she has no draw power. So hits +1 is essential. Draw 1 card. So you do want to defend Unison as much as you can. More on that in a bit. We've got a blue Unison, so we'll run 3 God Sealings. I'd rather 4, but I couldn't fit a 4th one in. Now the cards we'll be playing for free will be Kefla, Universe 6 Unison 6 Fusion Warrior, and Kale, Energetic Outburst. So the Kefla is good because you when you play her, she draws 2 and then you bottom deck 1 from your hand. And if you do end up awakening and you have 1 in your hand and you want to play it, you still can just for the energy cost of 1 as long as you have a cauliflower and a kale in your drop. The kales are important because turn 2 you want to play the Unison and then play Kale for free. When she attacks, her auto will go off at the end of your opponent's at the start of your opponent's next main phase. Choose one of your blue energy and switch it to active mode, and that gives you something to defend your Unison with. Now it is a Surge deck, so although we want a good amount of blue cards so we can play our Unisons, we do still need yellow cards. So I've thrown in 4 Cauliflower the Bold, just a 1-drop searcher, 3 Cauliflower Saiyan Invalidation. It is a counter attack, negates the attack, or you could just play it for free with your leader's ability, whatever you need to do at the time. And then rounding up yellow, we have 2 Champer the Tricksters. A forgotten card since free counterplays are a thing, but it's pretty useful. And provided you have a multicolor card in your energy, he will cost 2 in the hand, so you can play him for free off your leader if you really need to, which occasionally that might come up. Multicolor cards, we have 4 SS2 Kefla Lightning Speed. This is basically the win con. We're just arriving her out. I did experiment using the blue Kefla that gets her out for a little bit cheaper, but it was a little bit too clunky, especially once I was making room for national specific cards. But you want to run her at 4 because her activate main, when you drop a card and it gives her a dual attack. If you drop a copy of her, you also draw 2 cards. So you'd rather drop a copy of her. And then you can use your leader ability to get her back, because she's a multicolor card. For Vegeta and Kaba, it's a little bit of removal. You got dual attack. So it's a pretty good card. I like it. And rounding up the multicolor, hit Flawless Attacker. Ideally, turn 1 you play a Unison 6 card for free with your leader ability. If you've gone second, maybe don't attack with it just to make sure it stays there for your next turn so you can charge, hit Flawless Attacker in active mode, ignoring energy exhaust. And then, because we do have a lack of draw power, even with the hit Unison, we got 3 monkeys, all different arts, because that's how I like to roll. And then we have a couple more yellow cards here. We got 2 Lord Slug. Just really hurt your opponent for using super combos and all that. And then I put in a little Aegis engine. 2 of the Angel and Destroyer rares. This card's pretty cool because it's a counterplay. And then when you activate Aegis, you draw 2 cards. So that's a little bit more draw power, which is great. And then this was definitely a national specific card, and it's very important because Black Mask Saiyan really wrecks this deck. Crisis Crusher Goku. I wouldn't bother with him for a casual build, but everyone's running Black Mask Saiyan at nationals, and it hurts when you're playing Kefla Surge to come across that. And then even though there is a few ways in the deck to remove Black Mask Saiyan, I just wanted to make sure. For the secret rare, I opted for Vegito. I felt like I needed a strong win con. If I was getting to turn 5 and still hadn't won, might as well play the secret rare. Although I could have played Radiant Saiyan or Pan, and I feel like in the end I wish I went with Pan. Super combos, Fours and Masus. I know you'd think we'd want the draw power, but this is more valuable, resting something, easier arrival, and you can get it back from your leader ability. If you use your leader ability when you have 3 in your drop, you get 3 back, and therefore you've got like essentially 7 super combos for the game. And for our negates, we have 4 Dimension Magic. So obviously on turn 2, when we've played the Unison and then we've played Kale, we've untapped an energy, and we have that energy up to play Dimension Magic to defend the Unison. And then we'll have 2 energy up, and then we can negate with Cauliflower or something if we want. And then finally, rounding it up, just a little cheeky one of Frost Deadly Poison, because it's a good card. Costs 3, but it's a good card. Since this was my Nationals deck, I'll go through the sideboard as well, because I actually have one built. I didn't use half of it, so I won't talk too much about it, but we've got 2 Isekais, 2 Heroic Prospects, 2 Forbidden Powers, 1 Opening the Gates of Hell, and this was specifically in case I run into Finn, because you can Spirit Boost 1, so you can Spirit Boost 1, get your Unison to lose a marker, and then it gets your skills back, and you're only losing 1 marker, so it stays on the board, because your Unison will have 2 markers at that point. And he was also could have been useful against anyone running 3-cost Unisons like Self Surge running Dark Broly. We've got 2 Gohan and Piccolos for 1-drop removals, 2 Makiburas, 3 Deboras, and Bardock Fully Unleashed as a one-off. Now, one thing I took out to make room, and I regret it because players were smart enough to keep me at 5 life until they were ready to kill me, was Kava Saiyan Pride. I shouldn't have taken him out because, yeah, they were smart enough to keep me at 5 life until they wanted to kill me so I couldn't do my leader abilities. Anyway, so that's my Kefla Surge deck. It's very fun. It's probably not Nationals strength level appropriate, but it's still very fun, and I don't actually regret taking it to Nationals. I wasn't going to win the whole thing anyway, so I had fun, and that's good enough for me. Alright guys, I'll see you soon. We'll be doing Kaba and Kale next for Universe 6. Bye bye.